Anyway, this video will be thought-provoking. Probably people say it can't be done, which I don't mind. But anyway, I'll talk about this first. Paul, I've added some two-stroke oil in the bottom here. I made sure it was enough to actually coat the bearing itself. I've rocked the saw side to side, so now there's oil. I can guarantee oil in the main bearings and also on the bottom end of the con rod. So also worked out too the connecting pin or gudgeon pin, or wrist pin on the actual original saw. Is actually bearing marks on the pin itself. So we won't be using that pin, but I'm surprised. No lube, that's not good either. So I'll cover that back up again. And I'll show you something I tried years ago. Gave up, cleaned the shit up, cleaned the shit out, and I found it. Anyway, I threw it in the bin with all the metal, thinking, I'll get rid of it. And I watched a video where a guy was making a jet motor out of different bits and bobs and all that, and he was using LPG gas bottle, and I thought, oh, that could work, and I thought about that, so I thought, I'll get this back out of the bin. Now, I tried pumping this through with Kero, because Kero, they use jet motors. I thought I'll pressurise Kero, and I used a fitting here, and I compressed the Kero through a tin, but I could never get the tin to hold, say, 2 psi of pressure. So it leaked the Kero out everywhere, became a fire risk, so in the end I gave up, but I didn't throw it away. Anyway, what this is a what do you call them, a siphon hose. So this goes on the end of a bit of see-through PVC pipe. Inside here is a glass marble, so you jiggle it, and once it gets going, you let the hose hang down and it siphons. Now, what I'm proposing here is a Ventura jet motor. So the idea is air comes in, gets compressed, goes through, and expands back here. Now just inside here, so you can see it on this side here, I've got a little bit of this pipe goes in just where the Ventura is and pushes that way. So there's a few technologies added in this thing. It points down inside the barrel of it. What would you call it, barrel? Or inside the Ventura. So it's directional, so it's pointing that way. Now, the other technology of this is from the first whippy snips that people used to have years ago. They sort of started around World War II. Now what they had was flamethrowers. So on the end of a flamethrower was this is what the idea of Carol was. They had a coil and flame would come out the end. And we found one of these flamethrowers, a little little pump, And I thought, this is cute, me and my mate mucking around with it. We pumped it up and got the seal working. Flame comes out. The flame then heats up the coil. And after a bit, we were just going, oh yeah. And it had this carrot just squirting out like a water pistol, a long flame. I thought, yeah, nothing's going to happen here. We're about to take their compression out of the reservoir. It's like a can out that round. It was like a top-handled lawnmower, top-handled chainsaw. Anyway, just about to take that off, and lo and behold, it and started roaring its head off. This 4.5 foot long flame came flying out, and we thought, shit. So we took the air out of it, and it doesn't turn off straight away if you ever play one. They're quite funny. But years ago, you have no curve and guttering. You had a drain at the front of the house, a ditch. And the way you got rid of all the grass growing, you did flamethrower. So with this particular one here, air gets compressed, goes through the Ventura. The flame ignites here. Once that heats up the coil, then the fuel inside the coil then becomes a vapor. In this case, it'd be gas. So it'll already be easier because it will come in here, get on fire easier. It'll be easy to ignite. But even then, if the gas gets hot, it'll stop it from freezing. If it uses heaps of gas, it'll get hotter and hotter, and this all of a sudden will get hot, and the flame will fly out here. Now, I like watching all sorts of video, all sorts of sciences and stuff like that. Now, I'd have to wrap this more tight up here for this to work. Now, what I've been watching, the way air moves. So what I'm actually saying with this particular one here, say the shape of this handle. Imagine this is a pipe. Cut the pipe out here, and the end of the pipe comes along and tapers down at the end. So be just a tube and tapers down, just basically the same as this little tube here. Now that would cause more velocity, I suppose, but cause more thrust. So the pipe would go slide over here. So not only will air come here and add to the flame, the air on the outside here, and that would act as a sort of a supercharge, because once you get air flowing through here, if this is, let's say, twice the size of this pipe here, once air is moving, it's got to move everything. So the flame would come here and start pushing, and more air would come on the outside. Also become extra push, which would cause a more velocity at the end. But the whole thing is, guys, there's no moving part at all. So this could be, like, I've always thought as a kid, a jet, let's say a turbofan jet. I don't care what anyone says, turbofan jet is still a freaking propeller. It might be a fast spinning propeller, but it's still a prop. I thought as a jet, why don't you need no moving parts, so there's nothing to break down except maybe your fuel pump, something like that. But yeah, this is one of these really weird ideas I had years ago. Goes through there, heats up. When I did have it going, I couldn't get enough air through here to cause the velocity, so I think I might need a hose that sticks on the end, like a garden hose, doesn't really matter, to get the air going through there at a certain speed and focus the air. But now I've thought the idea with LPG gas, it'd start up straight away quite easily. So anyway, I thought someone should, if they got the knowledge and all the rest of the crap, nice and neat, so the airflow for the outer pipe will not get upset too much, or maybe hide this inside of another pipe, solder around or something like that. I don't know. So it's clean airflow. But yeah, that's the idea. A Ventura jet. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.